you tuned in Sunday, you know this is a new channel regular Wednesday night wrestling remix, where me and Josiah, we are going to go through the history of World Championship Wrestling from the first Nitro to the last Nitro. And as we take that journey, where I will tell you what I think should have happened while he tells you what did happen. Now, there are 5 rules for Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix. 1, I cannot bring someone in before they've been hired. It just seems right to live within the parameters of reality, but I can wait to introduce them. Rule number 2, I cannot keep someone after they've left. I can stop using them sooner, but I can't keep them after they've left. 3, I can't change the dates or locations of an event. So if something happened at Chattanooga, Tennessee on October the 5th, can't change it. But I do have the right or ability to change the name of the show if my booking dictates it. And rule number 4 is I cannot change injuries or deaths. It's just not it's not right to try and get around that. So I can't unbook an injury or a death. The 5th and final rule of Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix is wrestling can be weird, so let's have fun. Enjoy the first episode of Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix. If you watched Sunday, you saw the review of Ready to Rumble. And in said review, told you this was coming Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix. Each week, we, Josiah and myself, will talk about what happened in WCW and what I think should have happened in WCW in an effort to get things in a better place.
In the future.
Yeah, exactly. And so we began with the first pay-per-view from the Monday Night War era of WCW, and that was Fall Brawl of 1995. Josiah, what happened at Fall Brawl 1995?
Well, it's a lot of great matches here. First off, United States Heavyweight Title number 1 contendership match happened. It was Johnny B. Bad.
Mark Marrow.
Yeah, good old Mark. Beats Brian Pillman.
Aw, hey, I love Brian Pillman.
I know. Something tells me you're a fan. There was a singles match between Sergeant Craig Pittman. He defeated Cobra. I forgot about Cobra.
Yeah, he was a very much a Saturday Night Worldwide mainstay.
Got it. The WCW World Television Title match had DDP with the Diamond Doll and Max
Kimberly.
Russell.
Yeah.
Good old days. He defeated the Renegade with Jimmy Hart. Big title change there. Big title change. Let's see here. Then you got the WCW World Tag Team Title match. You got my favorite tag team, the Harlem Heat. Booker and Stevie with Sister Sherry. They defeat the Stud Stable. Man, I forgot all about the Stud Stable.
Man, they're still running that thing right now in MLW. Can you believe that?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't Hager in it?
Oh, he was at one point.
For like 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's the thing about the stud stable. As long as you got studs up in there, you got a stable.
As long as you got some studs. Well, these particular studs were Bunkhouse Bunk and Dick Slater.
Yeah, Dirty Dick Slater.
Dirty Dick. Let's see. You had a nice singles match between Arn Anderson and Flair. All-time classic. Anderson defeated Flair in that one. You had the War Games.
Yes.
Let's see. The teams were Hogan, Luger, Savage, and Sting, defeating the Dungeon of Doom. So Kamala, Ming, the Shark, and the Zodiac. I forgot about half these motherfuckers.
Oh.
With the Shockmaster.
So, when it comes to me rebooking the show, I have only one note. And that note is that I want there to be a stipulation for War Games that the winning team disbands the losing team, because I was not a fan of the Dungeon of Doom, not as a youngin, not as of right now, and it does not fit with the world we're going to. So I don't change anything else about Fall Brawl 1995 except for the fact that when Team Hulk Hogan wins in War Games, the Dungeon of Doom is no more, which
it's done, finished.
But it big time changes the elements of the next show we're going to, because when we get to Halloween Havoc, lots of changes have occurred because there is no Dungeon of Doom. And that means that actually, let's go over what did happen before I tell you the changes I make.
So, Halloween Havoc in 1995. What did happen? You got the WCW World Title match. Johnny B. Bad defeats Diamond Dallas Page. And another title change. Complete flip-flop of what happened before. You had Savage versus the Zodiac. Savage wins. You had... Is that Kurosawa?
Yep, as Kurosawa.
Man. Apparently, you defeated Road Warrior Hawk. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was a weird time.
Yeah. Well, it was only a 3-minute match, too, so that's probably why I forgot about it. You had pre-ECW Sabu. Or is this post?
It was one of his falling out periods with Paul Lee. Yeah, so they always had an on-again, off-again relationship.
Yeah.
So this was one of the times where they were off from their relationship, so Sabu came over and hung out with Uncle Eric.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, he's with the Sheik defeating Mr. J.O. Remind me who Mr. J.O. is?
It was Jerry Lynn under a hood. That's where the JL comes from.
WCW. Okay. Man, I'm real glad I don't remember that.
In defense of Mr. JL, they did have a plethora of both Japanese and Mexican talents who were under hoods, and Jerry Lynn's a great freaking wrestler. So
yes.
I think part of the idea...
Never doubted that part.
Oh, yeah, but I think part of the idea was to mix his great talent with the visual aspect of the other cruiserweights they were.
And you know what? When you put it that way, it makes so much more sense.
And maybe I'm giving more credit than they deserve to. That's possible.
Let's see. Next up, you got Luger defeating Ming with the Taskmaster by DQ.
Dungeon of Doom bullcrap.
Yeah. That was after a solid 13 minutes, though. I'm sure it was an amazing Luger inflection. And I'm not a Luger fan. I don't know if you can tell.
I didn't hate him, but I didn't think he was all that. As we move forward, I do book a version of his triumphant victory, the one that he got over Hogan on Nitro. But I do it on Thunder because Thunder fell on 4th of July, and so I bring him back his red, white, and blue trunks.
Yeah.
For one night only. But that's for the future.
That's in the future.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Where am I at? Oh, big tag team match, classic Flair Sting, best tag team ever. No turns. They defeated the Four Horsemen, which is Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman by DQ after 17 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
17 minutes, 9 seconds if you want to cut errors. And then let's see. Next up, you got my man, Randy Savage defeating Lex Luger. Love to see it. And then WCW World Heavyweight Championship match. And apparently there's a stipulation the title can change hands via disqualification.
So I don't know if you've ever watched this Halloween Havoc.
I did not.
Oh, you're not missing out, because
what?
This show was billed as man versus man, machine versus machine.
Oh wait, I think I do remember.
So,
this is Giant and Hogan.
This is Giant Hogan. So they have two monster trucks, but then they get out, because they were probably never in the monster trucks to begin with, but they get out of the monster trucks, and big Paul White falls to his death, except he doesn't die. Yeah. And then later on in the night, Jimmy Hart turns on Hulk Hogan. That's the reason the disqualification gimmick was in there. Yeah. And Hogan gets double humped by No Yeti.
That's one of the best calls in all of
this is it's no knock on Tony Schiavone. Did it entertaining, but if you want to debut,
who's under the Yeti?
Reese from The Flock. You remember that big bearded monster guy?
I did not know that was him.
Yeah, he was the Yeti. So if you want to debut him, just don't put the gimmick on. Yeah. Because I'm
like I said, never watched this match.
I'm trying to get rid of all the hokey, but so since I'm getting rid of all the hokey, there's no Dungeon of Doom, there's no Yeti. But again, there is no Dungeon of Doom. That's important because one of the matches I book earlier in the night is the Faces of Fear. Barbarian and Ming. They're taking on Big John Tenta and Ed Leslie, who was the Zodiac. But I'm just like, why not lean into where we're actually going, which is in reality-based wrestling.
Yeah.
So John Tenta's a cool name. Ed Leslie's not as much of a cool name, but still, it is his name. So just do it. And so by doing that, it changes the dynamic of the Savage Luger stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have to go through other opponents to get to each other. They just straight up have their match because why not?
Exact same match they have here.
But
5 minutes.
But you can give them more time. Oh.
Do we really need to?
Well, you know.
Savage. I don't want Savage carrying Luger for 10 minutes. It's
Okay.
too much.
So
But yes, this is your idea.
It's all good. Yeah. So the other major change that I make on this show is in the opener, after DDP loses to Johnny B. Bad, I want Max Muscle to attack Paige. Only for Paige to hit the Diamond Cutter to begin his babyface run crazy super early. But for everybody who's seen Diamond Dallas Page work, we love him because he's one of us. And if we get rid of the cigars and the big furry coats and the bodyguards now in October of 1995, then we can build him up strong for a very important role that I'm going to have him play in the weeks to come. So those are the changes that I make to Halloween Havoc. No monster truck shenanigans. I mean, if you must do monster truck shenanigans, don't make the giant fall. The end. You can still do some monster truck something if you have to. I'd rather you not. But definitely no Yeti. And Paige turns babyface because his bodyguard turns on him, hits the cutter. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Call John Tenta. Nobody's gonna get sued over that name. Call Ed Leslie, and don't go.
Nobody wants to sue anyone over that name.
What's that?
No one wants to sue anyone over
Right.
that
Well,
name.
what I mean is because WCW got sued over calling John Tenta Avalanche because it was too similar to Earthquake.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it's simple, it's logical, and it's where we're going anyway. We're going to reality-based wrestling. We're going to where you can believe what you see with your eyes. So that's what I want to do. So moving on to World War III.
Gotcha. Yep, 2 pages. All right.
All right. It is now November 26th of 1995. It's World War III.
Got it. And in this one, you got the WCW World Television title match. You got Johnny B. Bad versus Diamond Dallas Page with the Diamond Doll, and Johnny B. Bad went over.
Mm.
You got the tape fist match between Big Bubba Rogers and Jim Duggan.
That was not a good match.
Yeah, it was rough. You had the tag team Joshi match, good times. You had the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship match. Kensuke Sasaki with Sonny Ono defeating Chris Benoit. I can't remember, is that match good?
Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a while. It's kind of hard to go back and
watch any Benoit stuff.
I can do it, but it's not something I try to do, to be honest with you.
Not like your go-to.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he used to be one of my top guys.
Right, of course.
So that's
Yeah, it's definitely
life and junk.
Oh,
So what
man.
came next?
Well, after that came the Lex Luger versus Randy Savage match. Lex Luger came out with Jimmy Hart. Lex won. Next. Singles match. Sting defeats Flair. Love to see it. And then to close out the night, you got the WCW World Heavyweight Championship match. 3-ring Battle Royal. Championship vacant. Hogan last eliminates Randy Savage to win the WCW Championship.
But they had a weird controversy where sometimes Savage was called champion, sometimes Hogan was.
Yeah.
It was convoluted, it was dumb, but
Didn't make any sense.
it didn't matter enough to me to change it. The only changes I make to World War III are Diamond Dallas Page coming into the World Television title match as a babyface, and when the former members of the Dungeon of Doom get into World War III, they don't work together, they don't associate, like they're not.
They don't look at each other.
Well, I mean, they're not pals.
They have this little face down, and the crowd goes, hey.
Yeah, nobody is devastated that they've broken up. And honestly, I do believe that people will get more behind them by being real people. John Tenta had an interesting life as a sumo wrestler, looking like he was 50 when he was 40, or not 40, when he was 20. He always looked like he was 48 years old with his ball. Anyway, John Tenta was an interesting human. And the Face of Fear did not...
Real sweetheart.
Oh, absolutely. The Face of Fear did not need all the hokey-pokey bull crap. They were great wrestlers. Freaking love King Haku, Ming, you know. That guy, he should have been pushed.
I was about to say, King Haku, you don't mess with that guy.
Exactly.
Put respect on that man's name.
All right, so the last show of this episode and the last show of 1995 for World Championship Wrestling was Starrcade. It aired 12/27 of 95. What happened at that show, good sir?
Well, the World Cup of Wrestling
That was so exciting.
was going down.
I got to talk about this.
Please, absolutely.
People talk about in the year 2022 how that the forbidden door has been opened, but the fact of the matter is, wrestling companies worked together when they weren't ran by a man named Vince McMahon. ECW worked with other promotions. WCW works with New Japan in this in this show exactly, and I love the idea of every wrestling company knowing it's us versus the Empire.
That's beautiful, man. Well, this is gonna be fun. First match of the World Cup of Wrestling. One of my favorite junior heavyweights, who's not named Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh yeah.
Defeats Chris Benoit. We'll skip past that last part. Went in with Sonny Ono, who is, I think.
Oh no, you're good. I was trying to.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good.
Got it.
I was gonna say Jushin Thunder Liger's on my wall. Love that guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a New Japan figure.
Nice.
The only one I got.
Is that literally the only New Japan figure you got?
Yeah, it's the only one I've ever seen in America.
In America.
Yeah, well, in Ohio at least.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can't blame you.
So I was just when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I gotta buy that.
Sounds a bop, by the way.
But yeah, that wasn't an internet find. That was an in-person find.
Okay, that's even more impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, 100% buying that. Sorry, go back to the actual story at hand.
Oh man, I lost my whole place here. Hold up. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title match, which is also the second match of the World Cup of Wrestling. You had Koji Kanemoto.
Yep.
Got it. Defeats Alex Wright. Sure, it was a great match.
I thought Alex Wright was a little underrated. I thought he had more talent than he got pushed with.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't come home and save his life, but like his actual wrestling.
Right, but especially in the 90s, who cares?
Exactly. If you weren't Hulk Hogan, nobody cared what you were saying.
Is that pretty much? Or Savage.
Oh yeah, there were exceptions.
There were exceptions to that.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. After that, we had match 3. First WCW win is surprise, Lex Luger.
Your favorite?
Yeah. He defeated Masahiro Chono.
They booked it, not me.
Whatever. Okay. Match 4. Johnny B. Bad defeats. With Kimberly. I apologize.
Yeah.
Defeats Masa, who also came out with... Sonny Ono was with everybody.
Yeah, Sonny Ono loved him some New Japan.
I was about to say, pretty much if it was a New Japan wrestler, he was there. Let's see, Johnny B. Bad won by DQ, because of course he did. And then, let's see, next up, match 5. Let's see, Sanjiro Otani.
Yes.
Defeated Eddie Guerrero.
Match
6, you had Randy Savage defeating... Is that Tenzan? He defeated Tenzan?
He did, yes.
Really?
Yes. You should go back and watch this pay-per-view.
I really need to now, apparently.
Yes.
Because, all these guys are, old now.
Yes. But 1995.
1995, they were so young.
Yeah.
Their neck still works. They could turn left and right. So they could raise their hands. Oh, Lord. Good old days.
Yeah.
Match 7, you had my man Sting defeating Kinsuke Sasaki. And then... WCW World Title match, number 1 contendership, triangle match. That's a mouthful. You had Flair, Luger, Sting. Flair somehow wins by count out in a triple threat match. Explain that one to me, Oz.
Well, let's finish it out now, because my explanation also fits with my change.
Okay.
So.
Got it. And then finally, the world title match: Ric Flair with Jimmy Hart defeats Randy Savage. Big title change. 2 exclamation points.
So, the only change I will make to this Starrcade, because I love the idea of a World Cup, I love the idea of working with another promotion. The only change I make to the entire show, because the booking is what it is, as far as like Luger going over or Guerrero losing, I could change those things if I choose, but they don't affect the overall product. It's, it's a match, so it's fine. But the change I make is, and I wrote it down, I say, this triangle match is stupid. Just steal the ECW three-way dance. It was done at the beginning of 1995, and I said or the summer, but regardless, ECW had done its first three-way dance before December. So just steal their format, do that, and it's so much better because this triangle match was weird. They treated it like it was a tag match, so 2 guys would be in, and the guy on the outside would tag himself in or be tagged in.
Wait. So it's literally whenever they do a triple threat tag match, and you have to tag in anyone who's not your partner?
Yes, but it's no tag partners. It's just one guy standing on the apron looking like a dummy while 2 other guys are in the ring. So they should have, like I said, just steal ECW's three-way dance. Just do that.
Is this a match that's so bad it's good? Should I watch it?
No, it's the match you should skip. They do it one more time because they think, we'll get it right this time. They don't. And then they never do the triangle match again.
And how did he win by countout?
It's stupid. That's it.
Okay.
It's stupid.
All right, got it.
But like I said, just steal the three-way dance format. We all know that it's good. Anybody who's watched ECW knows that they know how to do that. They love to pull out the big, we pinned the champion early, we're definitely getting a new champion, and then we get a kick-ass singles match. Yeah, and do that. It's great. Do that. So that's the only change I would make to the show. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my partner for this Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix. And I cannot wait for 2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be at Bash at the Beach. And at Bash at the Beach...
Yeah, he's told me about this beforehand.
The third man is the same, but the 3 men that the outsiders wrestle aren't the same, because that's important. The whole reason this show had come to be is because they're just nagging things about World Championship Wrestling, which I love, mind you. They're just nagging things about World Championship Wrestling I felt needed to change. And one of those, WCW wrestlers in the New World Order. Like I said, this was super fun. I can't wait, like I said, 2 weeks. Next week's going to be great. The whole journey we're going to take to get WCW to the final Nitro, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a kick, man. It's going to be a real kick.
All right. Well, tune in Sunday. Come back next Wednesday. It's been fun. Later.
Take care.